Well, good morning, everybody. This is Chase Swift, and it's Thursday, April 12th, and this is the Ask the Pros webinar. I should point out that this training is on the Classic site, and if you've never known about this webinar, you can come to the Classic site, the one with the red menu, go to Live Training, and then on the page here, okay, the webinar we're doing right now is this webinar, and I do it every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And you do need to register, so all you need to do is click here and you'll get the registration link. Okay, so that's how to register for this webinar. As I am recording this, some of you will be watching the recording. This is how to get a notification every time I do this webinar. Okay. The other thing I want to point out is on Facebook, in the Facebook group, My Partners in Profit, you can actually search for past webinars that I've done by simply clicking on the search little icon here in the top right, and then typing in Ask the Pros. Okay, and then just hit enter or hit the search button again. And you'll see I've done a number of webinars, and there are a number of links of past webinars that will teach you, and you can research and go back months actually and see all the webinars that I've done. And Paul has done some things too, but that's how to go back and find the videos. So for example, here is the webinar I did for March 8th. Just click on it and you'll see the YouTube video. So it's good to go back and review these. Sometimes I ask or answer questions you may already have. Okay, there you didn't know I had answered. Okay, so then you can just watch the video. You can also bookmark the video and send it to your team in your autoresponder. Okay, so just a good thing to do so that everyone is continually updated with up-to-date training and answers to the questions so they can be successful with My Partner in Profit. Okay, so today we had a couple questions already, and I want to talk about those. First, before we get too far, I want to talk about GetResponse, and there have been changes to the back office of GetResponse. Nothing big. And if you already have GetResponse, you do not need to do anything. This is just for new people that you may refer to GetResponse. We're going to have a little bit different view in the back office. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Of course, I have my username and my password remembered by my browser. It makes logging in so much easier. Okay. Now, they have changed, one of the areas they have changed is this little gear. Okay, so this is where you set up the campaign settings for the email to go out automatically without anyone having to opt in. Okay, and what you see is this orange banner up here. The old version of the campaign settings are available until April 30th. Okay, that's funny, they have a typo there, 30th. Anyway, there's a tutorial you can watch, I guess, and you can switch back to the legacy version, which is the version we have been most used to. Okay, but we're updating the back office of all the MyPiP systems so that new people will know what to do. Okay, so when you check your check the gear and you want to be in the right campaign, each of these are different campaigns. You want to make sure that you're going to be in the right campaign. Let's say we want to go to the challenge. Okay, make sure I want to check my settings on the challenge campaign. You'll see now I've switched over to the challenge campaign. And I'm on kind of a new look. This is the new look, and this is the general tab. Okay, You don't need to do anything here, and do not get confused about this. You can read about this, but your autoresponder's on. This is a totally separate functionality with email only, email subscriptions. We don't do email subscriptions, so don't get confused, okay? Go to the permission tab. This is the new look, okay? And you may remember that you had to uncheck at least web subscriptions. Remember that? It's just a new look, and so in the future, new GetResponse users will go to permission and then just uncheck web subscription. You can also uncheck email subscriptions. Mine have already been unchecked, okay? And then there's some information down here. It's pretty well going to be set up. And once you do this, it's automatically saved. I don't think there is a save button per se like there used to be. Okay, so you just check it, or actually uncheck it, and it'll automatically save. That really is the only change in GetResponse, this little area. As far as uploading and preloading messages, that looks to be pretty much the same, and I'll just show you that. You will see that now. Remember, I already have messages loaded, okay, but you would still change the source account to get Paul's letters, and then copy them all over to your campaign, which would be empty. Mine are already got letters, okay, so that has not changed, okay. And also web forms, when you create a web form to connect your splash page to the autoresponder, this is not changed either, okay. This remains the same, okay. So there's really only three areas that we have to worry about when we're setting up the letters. The preload area, that has not changed. The web form area, that has not changed. And the only one that has is a little gear, and after April 30th it will look different than what you may be used to, and it'll look like this. And really the only thing you want to do is go to permission and uncheck email and web subscriptions. That's it, okay. So those are just brief. It's a brief update to the changes, so you don't have to worry about it. If you're already set up, it'll stay the same, okay. Don't worry about anything that you have to do. You don't have to do anything, okay. So there may be further questions down the road, but GetResponse is just updating the look, okay. All the functionality stays the same. Your autoresponder will work. That's what it's supposed to do. And so just don't worry about it. But for new people, we'll need to be aware so that we can help them. And these three areas, and especially the gear, just always have them go to the permission tab and uncheck. The most important one is web subscriptions. That's how they sign up, is on the web, on your splash page. So you just make sure that's unchecked, okay. And what that does is immediately email them, okay. They don't have to opt in. They don't have to check their email and get an email and click it and all that mess. They automatically get the email immediately when this is unchecked. All of you have done this, I know, okay, but I'm just pointing out this is important to do, okay. So those are the changes. Let's just see what this tutorial thing does. It goes to their blog. Yeah. So there is a video you can watch if you're curious. And you can just see they've changed the general, profile, and permission tab. Okay. That's really about it. So anyway, you can look at that if you want. I'm not going to go much further into that, and I'm going to log out of GetResponse. Okay. Now, we had an earlier request on how to organize and bookmark all these important websites, and as you see, I have a folder called MyPiP. Okay, folder named Google, folder named Jing. I have a folder for Facebook. I abbreviate it because Facebook is a longer word, more characters. So sometimes you can abbreviate things. I have a YouTube folder, lots of different folders relating to different websites that I use every day. Okay, so this is very organized. It's right up at the top, and I just click these folders, and I'm able to go immediately to like the classic login. Okay, this is the My Partner Profit classic login. Of course, I was already logged in. Let me just log out. Okay, so if I need to go to the MyPiP Express login, boom. Okay, so how do you get this set up? Well, it's really quite easy. This is the MyPiP Challenge login. So I have them all set up, very easy, and the way you do that is create a folder and begin to bookmark all the important websites for My Partner Profit in one folder. It's very easy to do. So how do you do that? Well, you go up here to what your bookmark, this is the Bookmarks Bar, okay? And if you don't see it, and I'm showing Firefox by the way, go up to the view, make sure your toolbars are on, and especially make sure the bookmarks toolbar is on. I'm going to uncheck it so you can see what it looks like without it. Okay, there's no bookmarks, okay, because the bookmarks bar is turned off. Okay, so make sure that the toolbar for the bookmarks toolbar is on and checked, and there you'll see it. Okay, that's the first thing to do. Now, I already have a bunch of folders up here. If I wanted another one, I could just go right click somewhere on this bar. You have to be right in this bar area, okay? And then you can just go, you'll probably start with a new folder to organize all your bookmarks, okay? So a new folder. Now I'm just going to call it, how about this, April 12th, okay? So I'm creating a folder called April 12th, but you could put My Partner in Profit, you could put Google related to Gmail and AdSense and YouTube, all those types of things. A general name for the folder. This is just a demonstration, so I'm just going to put the date today. It's really not a logical name, but I'm just doing a test, okay? So then click Add. Now, you'll see that it saved it right here. Once you have your bookmark folder, you can move it. And generally you have to get the tip of the mouse right on the name of the folder. Then click and hold down, and you can move it wherever you want. And you can see there's a little, that's hard to describe, two little dots with a line kind of indicating that's where it's going to go. Okay? And you can move it over, and wherever you see that little line with the two little dots, that's where it's going to be. Now if you drop it in a folder, the folder is going to open. You may not want that. So drag it so you get those two little bars, or that two little dots right there, and then release. And now you've moved it. So you can move the folder wherever you want, okay? And you can see you got April 12th. Now I have nothing in April 12th. But again, I can move it. I'll just move it all the way over to the front and drop and release. Okay, so I have April 12th. It has nothing in it. Now, to put bookmarks in there, all you have to do is generally drag the icon. And this website doesn't have an icon. My Partner in Profit doesn't have an icon. But just drag this and you put the tip of the mouse right on the icon, click, and then just drag it and get the tip of the mouse right on the word of the folder, and it'll open up. Then all you do is release, and it puts the web address as a bookmark in that folder. Okay, so if you were let's say you're at Google or something like that, and I needed to go back into my April 12th folder and go to the MyPiP Challenge login, I have that bookmarked. Okay, and all it was right clicking first somewhere on this bar, It doesn't matter where you do it, but generally you might want to start it over here. So right click, create a new folder first. Okay, and I did that. Called it April 12th. And then once you have that folder, drag it wherever you want it. You can always move it again, and it can be moved around. And it'll carry that bookmark inside of it. Okay? So very awesome organization. And to move it again, you have to have the tip of the mouse right on the word, and then click down and hold and move it over by clicking down and holding it. And then if you want it at the very beginning, just see where the tip of the mouse is. It's right at the beginning. And those two little dots are right there. So that's it. That's it. And then you can just go and let's say I wanted to bookmark BackPage. And you can see the little BP. That's their little icon. So you can drag the little BP right on to the tip of the mouse on April 12th. And when you do that, it'll open up the folder. Okay? Sometimes if you're on the folder, see the tip of the mouse is on the folder, nothing's happening. You have to have the tip of the mouse on the word of the folder. Then it'll open up. So the tip of the mouse is on the folder and not working. Okay, tip of the mouse on the word, bingo, it opens up. And then you just release, and now you have BackPage bookmarked. And over time, as you can imagine, you can get lots of bookmarks. Okay, and you can transfer them from one side to another. You can go from the My Partner Profit, link, and if you just drag that in there, tip of the mouse. Okay, that didn't work. Hang on. Grab that. Grab the icon, and it may just be a blank icon, but you can drag that right onto the word of the folder April 12th and release, and then it'll drop that link right at the bottom. Okay, so over time you can get a lot of links, and you can actually move them by clicking on the name of the bookmark, click and hold, drag it up, and you get a little blue line right there, and you can organize the order. So you can change the order. If you want BackPage right at the top, just go up to the top and see that little blue line. That's where it's going to be released when you release it. So release. And now BackPage is at the top. Now sometimes they get really long. Okay, what it does is take whatever the website title is and puts it in here. Now this gets really long. So on a Mac I can't right click and change the name, but on a PC you can. You can right click on the name, and you could take out Fort Collins classifieds for apartments, jobs, for sale, all that. Just have BackPage. Okay, that could be really simpler. Now for me on my Mac, I would need to go to my Bookmarks tab, my Bookmarks menu item, go to Show All Bookmarks. Okay, and then you get this window, and I'll just drag this down, and you'll generally be, you may have a side menu as well. And what you are looking for, the Bookmarks toolbar. Okay, that's got, see, you can see it, April 12th, MyPiP, Google, Jing, all the folders I have. And then you can just click there. Okay, and now you can see the order of those bookmarks that I have. Now let me move this up a little bit. Let's say I wanted to rename this long bookmark name. It's way too long. Well, if I go down here, I can edit it, and I can just remove all of that extra garbage, and I just need backpage.com. You don't need to change the link, and as soon as you move from one box to another, it'll save it. So as you can see right now, I have it BackPage, and that's in this folder, and there it is, BackPage. It's been renamed. So you do that going under Bookmarks, Show All Bookmarks. Make sure that that you're on the right area. You need to be in the Bookmarks toolbar, and you'll see all your, I have a lot of them. Okay, and then you can just go to April 12th, and like this one is really long too. It's not making a whole lot of sense, but that's the challenge login. So if you want to rename it, click once, okay, highlight it, then go down here and whatever you type down here, or delete or whatever you need to do, I'll just delete that part and I'll just put a space there and remove that, challenge login, okay. And when you go to the next box, it'll save it. So there it is, challenge login. Now MyPiP brought to you by Chase Swift. That's my MyPiP link. Okay, that's probably fine. So once you get the names or renamed, whatever you want, you can you can change the order by dragging these around. Okay, drag it up if you want. Drag it wherever you want. And then when you get it in the order you want and the spelling you want, if you need to if you want to capitalize stuff, you can do that. Okay, just go to the next box, it'll save it. So everything is saved the way I want it. Just close your bookmarks folder, and now everything is organized just the way you wanted it. Okay, and again, you can change the order if you want. Okay, so that is organizing your bookmarks in folders on your bookmarks toolbar. And the best way is to create a new folder, name it, organize it, move it, bookmarks all the websites that you use for My Partner in Profit. And you can always modify it. You can move them around here. You can rename them if you actually you can go to properties and rename things too. I forgot. Okay, so if you need to change it, you can rename it just by right-clicking on it. You can do most of it, at least on a PC, you can do it with your mouse. Okay, you don't have to go to the menu bar. Okay, so pretty well everything you need to do is done by the mouse. You can move it, you can create one, you can rename them. Okay, go to properties, and you could just go MyPiP links. Okay, so I'm just changing it from April 12th to MyPiP links. Click save. There it is, MyPiP links, and there they all are. Very easy. Now if you don't need them, you can also delete them, and since I really already have these bookmarks, I'm gonna go ahead and delete them. Okay, you can also sort them by name inside. Let's click on that. There they are, they're alphabetical. Okay, let's redo that for fun. Put MyPiP and then challenge so it's reversed order. Right click, sort by name, and they'll be alphabetical. There they are, alphabetical. Pretty cool. Okay, last one I'll do is I'll just delete it. Since I really already have those links, I will delete it. There it is. Now I have all my MyPiP links. There's hundreds of them, and you can even put folders inside of folders. So inside my MyPiP folder, whenever there's a good video, I have all my YouTube videos. This would be, it'd really be a long list, and so I put a folder inside a folder, and then I can just go right to these videos quickly. Okay, so if I need to review anything, I'm at the video, and it's just a bookmark away, and it's organized inside my MyPiP folder. And you can have lots of folders, okay, whatever you need, and they actually go on and on and on. I have a ton of them, and I rarely use these anymore, okay, but I have them bookmarked. Okay, so that was how to organize your bookmarks. And let me return back to where I think we wanted to be at BackPage. Okay, so let's talk about maybe a little bit of advertising on BackPage. Now I also have a bookmark for one of my websites that I use for Craigslist. I have a folder inside of a folder inside of a folder, and this website I created to help you with Craigslist. Okay, but we're going to use some of the HTML from Craigslist and post an ad on BackPage. Okay, so on this I have a video. This is about Craigslist. Okay, I do have a graphic. Okay, this graphic you can download by clicking right here. Okay, so this would be promoting the challenge. Okay, and this image works really well, and you can download it again right there for free. Okay, I don't charge. You'll want to use Jing, which is a program to capture a screenshot of that image. Okay, you need to capture a screenshot. And then we'll use some of the HTML code for BackPage. So, and I'll put this link in the Facebook group right now, in case any of you are in the Facebook group right now and watching this webinar. You can just go to my Craigslist website, assistance. Oops. And I'll just paste that in there. So if you want to, right now I'm pasting that into Facebook. So that way you have the link. Looks like I have to do some capture stuff. Okay. Okay, there it is. So Craigslist, website assistance, I don't know. Click the link there and you're going to be right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need the image, which I have on my hard drive. Okay, so let me get that. You're going to have to download the image as well. I have it in my pictures folder, and that is the image. I need to open that up. Okay, and close that. Okay, so there are different ways to advertise here, but what I want to happen is to have this image appear in the ad. Okay, so what I need to do is take a screenshot of it, and I'm using Jing, and I can capture a screenshot of that. Okay, so I have found that you can just click on the image and it automatically selects it. Now it also has a menu up here, and I'm going to drag that down. Okay, and you can see you can have just part of the image too, of course. Okay, so but I want it all, so I'm going to go right back up. Okay, so this is described in the video, but I'm just showing you live. So next I would take a capture of that image, and now I get a floating window that is indeed a capture of that image. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is just upload it to Screencast. Automatically it does it for you, and now that image is going onto the internet. You've got to have your image captured and sent to the internet. Okay, it does it for you. Okay, once you have that, what I generally do is it's online, and it's giving you a link. Now what I do is click view on screencast so I can see the image. Okay, and there it is. I just uploaded it. It's now on the internet, and what we're seeing is just a small version of it. What you need to do is just click once on the image and you'll see the full size. Okay, that's what you want. We'll come back and get the link. Actually, we can probably do it right now. This is the web address for the image. Okay, and I need the web address of the image for the ad, obviously. So all I need to do is right click and choose copy. Okay, now I'm going to go back to HTML, because what I've done is just gotten my entire image link. And this is HTML to load the image in an ad. So all I have to do is, actually the easiest way is to double click. Okay, double click right on entire image link and it'll select it. Okay, double click. And then on the blue selection, just right click and choose paste. And it'll put that long link in there for you. Okay, so the screencast link is in the code right there. Now what BackPage I've noticed is they don't like, for whatever reason, they don't like My Partner in Profit. They think for whatever reason it's a bad website. Okay, so what you have to do is use a forwarded domain that you have. Okay, So for me, I have things like winwithchase.com. Okay, so winwithchase.com is a forwarded domain, and when you go there, it forwards to my challenge link. Okay. All right. The video's coming here. There it is. So that's a forwarded domain. I can use a forwarded domain instead of my partner private. So I've already copied that. I'll just paste that in there as well. Okay. So instead of the my partner profit link, I have a forwarded domain. And then I have my image that I posted. That's all you need. Now let's go back over to BackPage on a tab, and let's go to post an ad. I may have to log in. Actually, it looks like it's okay. I'm in the Fort Collins free classifieds, and I think it's under services. Okay, and it is. So choose services. You can pick any city that you want. Actually, you may need to log into your account. Let's see if I can remember. I may not remember. Oh, it does. Okay, so because I've come here previously and saved my email and my password, I can simply log in. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay, and you can see some other ads that I've posted a while ago. Let's go back and let's just say, actually no, we don't need to go that. Let's sign in, sorry. Okay, so actually from right here you can pick all sorts of cities to advertise in. I'll just stay in my local city in Fort Collins, Colorado. So I'll click on go. Alright, let's not worry about that. Okay, and they're going to want the category, and it's under services. And then after services, choose business opportunity. Okay, and again, it just wants to know your area, so I'll choose Fort Collins. Okay, and right here, remember, I've already gotten my code. Okay, or at least I've set it up. So I'll just right click and choose copy to get all that HTML code. Another good way to do it is if you're not sure that you got it all, just do a right click, select all, and that'll select all the code, and then you can simply choose copy. Okay, now back to BackPage, and instead of a text ad, I'm going to put in a HTML ad. Okay, with the image, it's all there. It's got my forwarded domain. You have to use the forwarded domain because they will block it if it's the MyPiP link. Okay, and then just put in a title, and there's a lot of creative ways you can do this. I will just say work with Fortune 500 companies from home. Let's change that a little bit. Sometimes they like to have it different. In your home biz, in a home biz. Okay, so work with Fortune 500 companies in a home business, and I don't need to worry about bold or anything like that. It's all HTML code. You can put a location if you want. You can put an address if you want. You need to put your email address in there. That's fine. Pretty much, you just go down. I don't pay for anything, so if you want to stay free, just go down and click continue. And if you've done everything correctly, you will see the ad as it is here. Okay, coming in very nicely. Okay, work at home alongside with Fortune 500 companies as a free trial referral agent. Okay, it looks very good. So, and the title matches pretty well. Okay, then all you have to do is do the CAPTCHA. LLAG Phew, kind of hard, but let's see if I can place that ad now. Okay, so it went through. I'm all done. And to view your ad, you can click here. There it is. So that looks pretty nice. You don't have to worry about text or anything. It looks really nice. I think the title or the headline of that is pretty darn good. And that's a pretty easy way to advertise in BackPage with a graphic. Okay. And again, you'll return to this website, watch the video, and you do the same thing for Craigslist, except the most important thing is when you're using this for BackPage, you want to put a forwarded domain. Everything else is the same. You're going to use Jing, and you're going to download this image and all of that. And that's how, if you want, you can advertise on BackPage. I think I'll modify this page a little bit and have another little tab where you can either advertise with Craigslist or BackPage. And the ads do work very well. Okay, so I don't need the image anymore. I've already got the link, so I can close that. And I think we've completed what we wanted to see, and so I'll just close that. And now I'm BackPage, and I can even close that, and I'm ready to do any number of other activities for advertising. I'll just go back to the classic login. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions here. Okay, that clears it up. Good, Tom. I'm glad. Okay, good, David. I'm glad you understand that. How about folders and folders? Yeah, you can do that. Thanks, Andrew. Or Harley, actually. Okay, another question. I'll come back to folders and folders. Will this work with a blog? Will what work with a blog? You could take them to a blog, but it works best. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You could put your blog address if you wanted to. The capture page is going to be better, or your forwarded domain. Okay. All right, good. No, David, I'm only doing a forwarded domain because BackPage blocks it. That's why I had to do a forwarded domain. Use your affiliate link 99% of the time. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, replace the link with your forwarded domain. And that way they can't block it. Okay. Now Gene asked about folders and folders, and as you see, I've got like YouTube videos in here. So if you have a folder, let's create another one up here. Let's do a new folder and call it More Stuff. Okay. So here's the folder More Stuff. It's empty, and if I want to, I can drag that, the tip of the mouse, grabbing the name More Stuff, drag it and get it on the tip of the word Jing, and then you can even place it if you want wherever you want, and that's another folder in a folder. Okay, so I put it in the Jing folder, and you could go to More Stuff and then over to links here. Now to bookmark a link here, you can even do this. This gets a little tricky, okay, but you can drag the icon and go into Jing and then move it down and move it to More Stuff and then release. And now I've got the My Partner in Profit link inside a folder inside a folder. Okay, a little trickier. Okay, let me show you that again. Let's go to Google. Let's bookmark a different site. So I want to bookmark Google, which is a good bookmark. So I grab the little G icon. I go into Jing and right on the tip of the mouse on the word, okay, then move down to the tip of the mouse on more stuff, and I can just release, and it moves right over to the second list. And you can still move it up, okay, or move things around. So we're in a folder inside a folder, okay. And if you don't want it, or you need to get rid of it, well, I can't right click here, but on a PC you could right click right here and delete more stuff. For me, I'm going to have to go to the Bookmarks toolbar, menu bar, and show all bookmarks. Make sure I'm on my Bookmarks toolbar. I can see all my bookmarks, but I'm going to go to Jing, and there you see it, more stuff. And if you wanted to, here you can right click on it and choose delete. So that's putting a folder in a folder. And you can also actually copy, and you can paste it. Maybe it has to be there. Okay, so you can duplicate a folder. So I got more stuff here and more stuff here, and you could rename them and all sorts of things. Most of what you could do is done with your mouse. Okay, so creating, cutting, copying, all that, deleting, sorting by name, and all that good stuff. So it's really just understanding the right click and what you can do. I'm going to go ahead and delete more stuff, and delete, make sure you select it, oops, and then delete more stuff. Okay, and then I'm back to where I am. Okay, so those are gone. Alright, so hopefully those answered those last questions. Okay, opening all tabs, I should have explained that, but that opens all these up in tabs. So boom, there they are. Now if you have a lot of websites, that's going to be really take a while, but they're all opening up. So 8 or 10 is probably too many. But if you have 2 or 3, well, a good example might be like the entire the Google Keyword Tool and the Microsoft Ad Center. Okay, so and I have done that, like in the Craigslist area. When I want to open up both of these web pages, okay, I just go to open in all tabs, and I only have 2 websites. And I can just click on open all, which is all of these in tabs. Do that, and here I am ready to go to Craigslist and have that website that I need the code, and that opened up both of them at the same time. Okay, and I can, if I'm done with them, I can just close them. And again, if I need to bring them back up, I can bring them both up very quickly. I got a folder in a folder, open all in tabs, boom. Extraordinarily fast, very efficient, because I need both these websites to log into Craigslist and then to get the code to place the ad. Okay, so opening in tabs is very, very handy. So good to ask that one, David. It is awesome. All right, so we had a pretty good webinar today. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the recording, and remember to check it in Facebook and send it to your team so that they learn too, and you'll be positioning yourself as a leader, helping them organize their computer and be efficient with My Partner in Profit.